Good morning, Spurs fans. How are we this one? Beautiful day down here in Australia, in Brisbane. Just thought I'd come on and maybe do a quick preview of the Nottingham Forest game on the weekend. I just had a quick listen to Thomas's press conference. Very interesting. He looks like he's starting to get a bit frustrated with the questions as well, but it's part and parcel of the job, I guess, having to do so. Well, when you've got a strong, long run of games, yeah, and getting press conference every couple of days, I guess it gets a bit same with press conferences. But it was interesting, to note that he was, praising Archie Gray and Zavi and all that sort of stuff, and the seems to be that the way we're playing football now looks like it might be the way, and let's just hope he continues with the minimal rotation. I guess looking at it, you've probably got to have a core of what would you say, five or six players. Your Van der Ven Romero, who you can rotate with Danso. Probably going to have Zavi and let's have a look who's in the midfield. Gray and Zavi and Gray, and then you can rotate Bentancur and Polina, Bergvall as well, which is good because even though I think he should start, he hasn't started, but he should be fit and raring to go, which is going to be towards the second half of the season. I reckon that's going to be a big telling point, is because we can use Bergvall consistently. I don't know. As I say, I haven't seen the statistics on when he started and how many he started and all that sort of stuff. But it's going to be come the second half of the year. I think his freshness could be a bonus. And with Archie as well, having that time off with his calf injury, coming into a probably busy schedule up to Christmas and after Christmas, it should be great to have these two young guys, semi-fresh, I guess you'd say. I know Archie started a few games recently, but still, they're only 19. Should be able to run all day. You would think, You'd think they'd be able to run all day. So it's going to be interesting against Forest, under what does Hotspur Hippie call him? DC Dosh. It's going to be an interesting game, and you can't help but think that with the last two games, even though the last two games 5 goals, 2 clean sheets, that the confidence within the group should be really high, and again, I can't help but think that they're enjoying playing this brand of football more. I think you could see sometimes of the frustration about when they were going forward and then have to turn back inside with a square pass or a backward pass and all that. But it seems to me like there seem to be the players on the field, when they're playing it with a bit more speed and a bit more fluidity and going forward, they do seem to enjoy it more, which is half the battle, I think, when you're playing professional football. I guess to them it could seem to be just a job, but if you're actually enjoying it, it's got to make it better, and you've got to feel better for it. So let's hope that that against Forest we can be on the upward trajectory. As I think, again, as Paul was saying, it's two steps forward, 1 step back. But I don't think we had a 1 step back this week. I reckon it's been probably 3 or 4 steps forward, and you want to keep that forward momentum going for the next, because I think we've got a week off after Forest as well. So everyone should be fully rested, because I think we've got Liverpool after that, which is going to be, that'll be the tough game. That'll be a tough game, because they're on a bit of a, I don't know what you would call it. There's grumblings within the club, so they're going to probably be focused too, because they'll have a week off as well. So they're going to be amped for a big game against a big club. Come on, you Spurs, big club. So they're going to be amped for a big game as well. So with the rotation, I wonder what the story will be with that, because I don't think we haven't got anyone suspended. I think Van der Ven suspended for the Champions League, but Romero served his suspension, so he's good to go. I wonder if Dan, so against Forest they might rest Romero. Hard to say, because he's got a couple of more yellows before he gets another suspension, and that's up to round 20. I think that's valid too, so they might give him a rest. Hard to say, but it'll be an interesting lineup. I think it's a midnight Monday for Australian time, so that's going to be a bloody early Sunday night rise, and then watch the game, go back to sleep for a couple of hours to go to work. So hopefully that should be good. But great time of the year to be, with the darts. You got the darts, you got the cricket. It's all happening. So it's probably one of the better times of the year, and it's Christmas. So it's going to be awesome. And we're going into our last week of work out here. So 5 more days, and then we're off for a couple of weeks. So it's going to be great. So hopefully I'll be able to put a bit more content out, which would be great. It's going to be, because I wonder how Dyche will set up. As I say, I don't know much about the Forest setup. I did have a couple of watches when Andy was there, but Morgan gives white and all that sort of stuff. I guess he'll be wanting to prove to what we missed out on, or with that scenario that happened during the pre-season. Hope he doesn't come and do a Dr. Tottenham and come and bite us on the arse like Eze did with a hat-trick. So, I think we're a better team now than what we were then, obviously, because of the continuity and all that sort of stuff. I'm just hoping that there's no mass rotation, because I'm sure in the grand scheme of things that doesn't do well for the atmosphere within the team. You're going to have, because Kinski would obviously be not very happy about not getting minutes. But that's a goalkeeper. The goalkeepers, that's your lot in life. Unfortunately, there's only one of them in a team, so that's your lot in life. But it's going to be full on for the next few weeks, and let's hope that we can continue the upward trajectory and get in the top half of the Premier Leagues. Maybe sneak in, with a couple of wins. Dortmund's going to be tough, but a couple of wins in the Champions League, sneak into the top 8, where we can have we get the relief from that playoff game. But let's get onto this bloody Nottingham Forest. Let's give it to them. Play the football we played the last couple of weeks with a smile on our face, and especially Xavi. Like some of the touches with the flicks and the tricks that have been coming off looks magnificent. And get the ball to him early, quickly, and he can release it quickly. I think that's where we cause teams problems, is the speed with which we do things. We've got a young, when you look at it, it's a young team. If we play Gray and Xavi and the like, and Van der Ven and all that, 20, 22, 23 years old, 18, 19 for Bergvall and bloody Gray, we should be overrunning these teams, and putting them under the pump and putting them to the sword. So let's do it, and let's get in there and have a big win, have the week off. I mentioned that there's a lot of darts fans in the Spurs squad, so they might be able to get to the World Championship. So I think that'll do. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget, subscribe, like, and as I say, please comment. All comments are very much appreciated. It can be criticism, praise, whatever it is. Just I like getting the feedback. And to my 18 subscribers, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up a few more. All right, guys, let's do it. Come on, you Spurs, let's go.